Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video I'll be showing you the process I went through to upgrade the storage on the Antec Core HS, or the Ayaneo slide, which is the same device. The beginning of the teardown is fairly simple. If you have a plastic pry tool, you can just pop off these triggers here, and then that'll give you enough space to put the pry tool along the seam all the way around the back, and then the back panel should just pop off. Here you can see what it looks like underneath that rear panel. Now the only other tool you really need for this is a precision screwdriver, something very small just to get all the screws on this secondary panel. The only screw that's not obvious is the one that's hidden under the warranty label. Now into the guts of the handheld. The only cable I'm going to be removing is the one for the cooling fan. Then you can remove the two screws for the cooling fan and gently move it out of the way. This black plastic piece in the bottom left hand corner is blocking one end of the SSD, so you'll just need to undo a few screws for that. And then to the right of that, blocking the other end of the SSD, is another section that needs to be removed. So there's another few screws here just in this highlighted section. And once these screws are removed, you have enough wiggle room to access the screw for the SSD underneath. And that should be all you need to do for teardown. The SSD can be removed and replaced with the screw put back in, and then everything is just the reverse of what's just been done. So I'm installing Windows from a USB drive. Now there are lots of guides online how to do this, it's not very complicated. All you really need is a USB drive with 16 GB of storage. You can see here in real time how long it takes to boot up. The screen has defaulted to portrait, that's why I have the device in this angle. And I have a mouse attached also because the touchscreen has deactivated. So after the first boot, I finished off the Windows updates and then downloaded AMD Adrenalin software just for the right drivers for the GPU. Moving on to the troubleshooting now, you can see I'm using the mouse here to interact with the device, because not only is the touchscreen gone, but the joysticks don't work as a mouse either. So the first step here is to go to the Ayaneo website and download the iSpace 2.0 software. And once iSpace was installed, it allowed for mouse control with the joysticks, and it allowed for iSpace menu access with the iSpace button. Moving on now to the touchscreen, I'll just show you the capture I made from my main desktop PC. In Device Manager it shows here under Human Interface Devices that there's no touchscreen driver. Now this is normal for a desktop PC, but on a handheld after a fresh install that driver wasn't there. So to fix this I went to the Ayaneo site, and there I could find the drivers specific to my device and download them. So after the drivers are downloaded, you can extract the file, and here you can see the path you take to find the touchscreen driver. And this is what you need for Device Manager. So you go into Device Manager and you manually add the driver, and you use the same path there. And with that driver installed, the device is back to the same functionality as it was before I did the SSD swap. So overall it's not the most complicated process once you know what to do. The most worrying part for some would be the teardown, but as long as you set aside the time to be careful with it, it should be fine. My only real gripe is the fact that you have to void your warranty to be able to do this SSD upgrade. Both Antec and Ayaneo are advertising the device as upgradable to 4TB, yet neither is making the device available for purchase with 4TB already installed, which means that the user is going to have to do the upgrade themselves and void the warranty. Other than that though, I'm happy with how the upgrade turned out. Now you can find lots of tutorials online as well on the Ayaneo site. There's a selection of videos for this, but I thought I'd just put my own video up here and just to put it all together in one piece, and hopefully that'll help someone else out there. Thanks very much for watching.